Hey, what is happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I want to talk a little bit about Ukraine, Russia, as well as sanctions and crypto. All of these things culminating into a big, really story, along with what's happening in our world from a macro standpoint. Crypto is at the forefront because of the sanctions that were put in place from President Biden here in the United States in terms of the banks. A lot of moving parts here. And CZ from Binance, of course, their head guy over at Binance, had some words about what Binance is doing. And I really wanted to share this with you because love the perspective here. And I think, it's just important to spread this important news here on the channel. If you're new, I do go macro quite a bit, talk about crypto regulation, crypto news today articles, interesting ideas from interesting people around the crypto space, as well as focusing on particular tokens and assets that have breaking news and big news. Shiba Inu videos each and every day because my channel is built on the SHIB army. So shout out to all the SHIB army people hanging out. But let's jump in. All right. So Ukraine, Russia, sanctions, and crypto coming from CZ. And I want to focus on a few things here in this article. Okay. Now, basically, what happened here, he's saying that very few people have a deep understanding of all four of these topics and how they're working together. Again, it's Ukraine, Russia, sanctions, and crypto. Really love some of the things he said here. So hang in with me. But he says, let's be clear on a few very common misconceptions that are going on right now. Binance is not applying sanctions. So this is not coming from Binance. This cannot be further from the truth. Binance follows international sanction rules strictly. At Binance, we have assembled a dedicated global compliance task force, including world-renowned sanctions and law enforcement experts, such as, and then he lists a few of those. He says banks apply the sanctions. Binance does not. Again, nothing can be further from the truth. Binance applies the same sanctions rules as banks, according to the international standards. Why won't Binance go one step further and then put sanctions? And here's his really important point here. We don't think we have the authority to do so. Sanction decisions are made at the most senior levels of government with the support of legal legislature, law enforcement, and even military powers. We don't think it's right for businesses or platforms to unilaterally decide to freeze populations of users' assets. What do you all think about this? This has been a constant discussion amid the sanctions, the crypto conversations around Ukraine and Russia. He says, second, is crypto really the center of the issue? Some interesting thoughts here and interesting statistics. The truth is crypto is too small for Russia. It's coming from CZ. If we look at the crypto adoption today, there's probably about 3% of global population with some kind of crypto exposure. That number is actually closer to 4%. I just know that because I always reference it. Owning some crypto. Of those, most only have a small percentage of their net worth in crypto, less than 10% on average. So there's probably only less than 0.3% of the global net worth in crypto today. Very interesting perspective. So, lost my spot here. Oh, this percentage applies equally to Russia. Instead of focusing on banks, which hold 99.7% of the money, the media and politicians want to focus on 0.3% of the money. Even if you block all of that, does it even move the needle? And he says no. Instead of focusing on Bitcoin, it may be far more effective to focus on banks, oil and gas, or other means. Interesting perspective, and I agree. Let me know what you think about this down below. One last point that I wanted to get to toward the tail end of this article, and this kind of wraps it up. If you want to hear his full thoughts here, this is out on the Crypto News Today aggregator, and you can find this over on Binance.com as well. He says, so should Binance block crypto to all Russians unilaterally? Let me ask this another way. Should a coffee shop in Paris refuse to serve a Russian customer or take their wallet while they're at it? The answer to that is no. We are not going to unilaterally freeze millions of innocent users' accounts. So that's where Binance stands on crypto, sanctions, and all of the goings on right now with Ukraine and Russia. First off, just want to say, really, really hope everyone in Ukraine is staying safe, and everybody involved in what's playing out stays safe, and hopefully the fighting ends very soon. But we have to talk about the markets here on the channel. It is a crypto channel, so I'm trying to intertwine some of the macroeconomic factors and main stories out there as it relates to Ukraine, Russia, and crypto and sanctions. So that's what I've got for you here in the video. CZ kind of explaining where he sits over at Binance, why they're doing it the way they're doing it, and I want your thoughts on what you read there and what you heard. I try to pull out some of the important key takeaways there just to give you his perspective on where they're at with crypto and sanctions, and I would love to hear from you. Also, I Trust Capital. If you want to fund a crypto IRA, link down below in the description. Definitely come on over and check this out. These are the cryptocurrencies that can be put in your portfolio today. Funding your account with any dollar amount, I Trust Capital is going to give you $100 on top of it to get your IRA, your crypto IRA going. And yes, Shiba Inu and Decentraland, they'll be a big part of my I Trust Capital fund when I set mine up in the coming days/week. And I'll let you know when that is up and running. So thank you so much for stopping in. Appreciate it. Have a great one, everybody. See you in the next video.